My husband pawned our wedding ring to buy a limited edition video game, so I made sure he lose everything he owns. He told me he lost it at the gym, spent 3 days pretending to search for it, even filed a fake insurance claim. I'm so sorry, baby. I know how much it meant to us, he said while I cried about the ring his grandfather had worn for 50 years before passing it down. I believed him until I found the pawn shop receipt in his gaming chair. $75 for a ring worth $3,000, pawned the same day the new Battleforge Legends dropped with exclusive content for the first 100 buyers. When I confronted him, he said, "It's just metal. Our love doesn't need symbols." The game was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. He'd been gaming 16 hours a day, calling in sick to work to play. Our electricity bill tripled from his 3 monitors and 2 PCs running constantly. He'd moved a mini fridge next to his setup so he wouldn't have to stop for food, installed a coffee maker on his desk, bought adult diapers though he swore he never used them. The packages kept disappearing though. He spent $8,000 on in-game purchases last year. $8,000 while I worked 2 jobs to cover our mortgage. Every time I'd try to talk about bills, he'd say, "After this tournament, there's prize money." He never won any prize money. He wasn't even good at the games. He'd rage quit and break controllers, then buy more expensive ones thinking better equipment would make him better. Our garage was full of smashed keyboards and monitors he punched. He joined a guild that required members to be online for scheduled raids. These raids happened during dinner, during my birthday, during my mother's funeral. "I can't let my team down," he said when I begged him to come to the cemetery. "Death is permanent. This raid only happens once a week." He missed the birth of our daughter because of a tournament qualifier. Not even the actual tournament, just the qualifier to maybe get into the tournament. He was eliminated in the first round while I was in labor for 14 hours. "I'll make it up to you both," he promised. He never did. He forgot our anniversary playing a new release. Forgot our daughter's first birthday grinding for achievements. Forgot Christmas because of a double XP weekend. The tree stayed up until February with unopened presents underneath because he never stopped gaming long enough to notice. He'd wear the same clothes for weeks. His gaming chair had a permanent smell. His desk was covered in energy drink cans and moldy plates. When I'd clean, he'd scream about me messing up his system. "Everything has a place. You're ruining my flow." The flow was garbage and filth in a specific pattern. Then came the wedding ring incident. But that wasn't even the worst part. I discovered he'd also pawned my engagement ring from my jewelry box, my grandmother's necklace, my father's watch I'd inherited. Everything valuable we owned, gone for games and gaming equipment. "They're just sitting there not being used," he said when I found more receipts. "Games have active value. Jewelry is passive wealth." He'd taken out loans using our house as collateral. $20,000 for a gaming room renovation that never happened. The money went to limited edition releases, loot boxes, and subscriber perks for streamers he'd never met. He had tier 3 subscriptions to 40 different channels at $50 each per month. When I tried to cancel them, he changed all the passwords and said I was financially abusing him. The breaking point came when our daughter needed surgery. Nothing major, but insurance only covered part. We needed $3,000, the exact amount his grandfather's ring was worth before he pawned it for $75. I begged him to sell some games, some equipment, anything. "These are investments," he said. "They'll be worth more later." Can't she wait? She couldn't wait. I had to borrow money from my sister while Devin spent $600 that week on a new gaming headset because his old one wasn't spatial enough. My sister called a family intervention. Everyone came to talk sense into Devin. He sat there the whole time on his phone playing a mobile game, occasionally saying, "I hear you," without looking up. When they unplugged his router, he used cellular data. When they took his phone, he pulled out a handheld console from his pocket. He had gaming devices hidden everywhere like an addict's stash. The intervention failed because he literally didn't pay attention to a single word. That's when I made my decision. I waited until he was deep in a 48-hour marathon session for some new release. He'd taken the whole week off work, stocked up on supplies, wore his lucky unwashed gaming shirt from 2015. 20 hours in, when he was completely absorbed, I started the process. Full story on channel, link below.